Hey guys, HDV here, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a ton of new stuff to go over for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. We have new potential updates on the Pokedex for Generation 9, new legendary Pokemon theories, new other Pokemon theories, so much stuff to go over today. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's go over some small Pokedex updates for the Generation 9 games. So this was a tweet by Soul Silverart, of course one of the leak analysts in the community, saying, counted how many potential new Pokemon we have from Riddler-Q leaks and official reveals, and the main variable is if they have evolutions or not. And by my count, we've already at 37. So he's not talking about Pokemon we've already seen in like the different trailers and stuff, like I don't know, the Chansey line. You see that Chansey and Blissey are in the games, or like the Shelder line or whatever. He's not talking about those Pokemon. He's just talking about the new Pokemon that are going to be in the game. So the likes of Pawmi, Lechonk, stuff like that, and of course the starters, etc., and the legendaries. So basically, he's come to the conclusion that we've come to about 37 Pokemon, give or take a few, and then there's other decently credible suggestions as well that bring it to around 44. So this is all of the leaks and stuff by Riddler-Q, all the new Pokemon we've seen in the trailers and everything like that. It all comes to around a potential number of 44. And so now he's saying, you know, yeah, there's definitely going to be 100 plus Pokemon in this game, because you've got to think that they've revealed what, about 6-7 new Pokemon if you're talking about like evolutions and stuff. Well, I guess if you talk about the evolutions and stuff, then it's going to be like 9 for the starters, and you got the legendary, so that's 11. Then you got Pawmi, Lechonk, so that's another 13, 14, probably 15, 16 from what they revealed if you're talking about evolutions and stuff. And then the rest of these are from like Riddler-Q's stuff. So you can kind of come to the conclusion that it is around a potential 44 Pokemon. And from the Riddler-Q stuff, he's talking about like the new coin Pokemon, the regional forms and stuff, like the new bull Pokemon that's going to be potentially a Tauros evolution, or the new waifu mons and stuff like that. So yeah, it comes to around 44. And so you can kind of come to the conclusion there's probably going to be over 100 Pokemon in these games, which makes sense because with an open world Pokemon game, they've never really done anything like that before. Well, they've never done anything like this before. So they want it to be an absolute banger of a game. So it's one of those where they have to include a lot of new Pokemon. No Kalos stuff where they only include like 60, 70 new mons. This is going to have a lot of new Pokemon in. Probably going to go over 1,000 Pokemon as well, which also kind of makes you interested on what the 1,000th Pokemon is going to be. I feel like it's going to be like some sort of gimmicky Pokemon, maybe like a birthday cake or something like that. Well, not necessarily a birthday cake, but something that just kind of symbolizes 1,000 Pokemon. But anyway, he did go on to say, I did count 4 regional forms in that total, 44/45, and their potential new evolutions. I'm hoping all of you brilliant people make up and post lists of your own under here, please. I'll cross-check them with mine. Oh, and I totally forgot about the 5 forms each of the 2 box legendaries. So again, I don't know if I'd class like... I think a regional form I would class as like a new Pokemon, but I think an alternate form of like a legendary. So let's say the legendaries do have 5 forms, and you know, you have the Koraidon, then you have like Motorbike Koraidon, and then like, I don't know, Surfing Koraidon. I wouldn't really count those as new Pokemon unless they're like stats all change and everything like that. It could just be where they transform into like a motorbike, but their stats are all the same, and you don't actually use that motorbike in battles. So it all depends. If it's like the Deoxys situation where it has a new form and then all the stats change and everything like that, then yeah, I would say it's a new Pokemon. But if it's just changing its like design and nothing else, is it really a new Pokemon, or is it just literally the same Pokemon but a different form of it? But either way, that's the Pokedex updates that I wanted to go over today. So yeah, 44, 45 potential new Pokemon that we've already kind of, I guess, been riddled or have been technically leaked. But again, could be so many more. So hopefully 100 plus in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. The next thing that I wanted to go over was this legendary Pokemon theory. But this person basically says, you know, I'm absolutely shocked. I haven't seen anyone mention this yet. So basically, Koraidon could be like this wheel dragon thing, and then Miraidon could be like this man-made kind of wheel thing. And so we have Soul Silverart saying, Ouroboros doesn't exactly line up, but it'd be cool if Koraidon/Miraidon was somehow connected to this idea. It does represent the life cycle and eternity/infinity, so in a way it still relates to time. Or maybe if one is past and the other is future, maybe the third legendary could be infinity. I think an infinity Pokemon could be really, really cool. That would actually be a really cool 1,000th Pokemon as well. Not because 1,000 means infinity, but I don't know, I think it would just be like a really cool, I guess, designed Pokemon for the 1,000th. But anyway, Ouroboros, if you don't know what it is, The Ouroboros is an ancient symbol depicting a serpent or dragon eating its own tail. The Ouroboros entered Western tradition via ancient Egyptian iconography and the Greek magical tradition. It was adapted as a symbol in Gnosticism and Hermeticism, and most notably in alchemy. There's also been like loads of alchemy symbols and stuff in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Like I say, in the kind of titles in the corners of the titles of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are kind of alchemy symbols, so that also kind of lines up with the Ouroboros idea. But then obviously this is another kind of depiction of it, where it's just eating its own tail. It's basically a circle serpent eating its own tail. But yeah, it's an ancient symbol depicting a serpent or dragon eating its own tail. The term derives from ancient Greek, and then the Ouroboros is often interpreted as a symbol for eternal cyclic renewal or a cycle of life, death, and rebirth. The snake's skin sloughing symbolizes the transmigration of souls. The snake biting its own tail is a fertility symbol in some religions. The tail is a phallic symbol, and the mouth is a yonic or womb-like symbol. So again, it could be really, really cool to see that. And again, this third legendary, not that we know it exists or that we like, obviously we think that we're gonna get a third legendary. It kind of makes sense, but we don't really know anything about it. Riddler-Q's not said anything about it. We don't know if it's gonna be something similar to Koraidon and Miraidon, or if it's just gonna be its own kind of thing. But yeah, we know that obviously this Pokemon is Dragon Fighting and this is Dragon Electric, but this other third legendary could be completely different. It might not even have anything to do with the story like Zygarde didn't in Pokemon X and Y. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Anyway, he then goes on to say, oh, now this was meant to be a joke, but we now think Dunsparce will evolve in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Dunsparce is literally the Hoop Snake / Tushinoko Pokemon. Could Dunsparce and its new evolutions mirror the two new box legendaries? This is a wild theory I just wanted to post for fun because I love them all. So my theory for Scarlet and Violet is split Dunsparce evolution. So again, I think this was a little bit of a joke, but again, at the same time, it does look like Dunsparce is going to be evolving in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. But anyway, according to folklore, the distinguishing feature of a hoop snake is that it can grasp its tail and its jaws and roll after its prey like a wheel, which is similar to the Ouroboros in Greek mythology. In one version of the myth, the snake straightens out at the last second, skewering its victim with its venomous tail. The only escape is to hide behind a tree, which receives the deadly blow instead and promptly dies from the poison. The hoop snake is mentioned in a letter, yada yada yada. As other serpents crawl upon their bellies, so can this, but he has another method of moving peculiar to his own species, which he always adopts when he is in eager pursuit of his prey. He throws himself into a circle, running rapidly around, advancing like a hoop, with his tail arising and pointed forward to the circle by which he is always in the ready position of striking. And then also we have the, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Tushinoko, are described as being between 30 and 80 centimeters, which is 12 and 31 inches in length, similar to appearance to a snake, but with a central girth that is much wider than its head or tail, and is having fangs and venom similar to that of a viper. Some accounts also describe the Tushinoko as being able to jump up to 1 meter, which is 3.3 feet in distance, followed immediately by a second jump while still in the air. So Dunsparce could, I guess, adapt a flying type if it was going to take inspiration from this thing. And then according to legend, some of them have the ability to speak with a propensity for lying, and they also are said to have a taste for alcohol. So we might get a drunk Dunsparce evolution. Legend records that it will sometimes swallow its own tail so that it can roll like a wheel, similar to the hoop snake of American legend. So again, a Dunsparce evolution could be based on one of these two things. And then Soul Silver are also going on to say, though if we forget the Ouroboros part of it and just focus on the hoop snake part of this, could be a similar metaphor for past and future, as in the hoop snake is a symbol of the natural and past, while the Gans is a symbol of innovation and the future. So some really cool theories are there about the potential Dunsparce evolution. Again, not even confirmed that we're getting a Dunsparce evolution, but Riddler-Q has said that we've already guessed correctly one of the Pokemon that's getting a cross-gen evolution. And if you don't know what cross-gen evolutions are, it's when a Pokemon gets a new evolution in a different generation. Like Rolt's obviously evolving into Curlier and then Gardevoir, but then in Generation 4 getting an added evolution being Gallade. That's what you call a cross-gen evolution. So Dunsparce potentially could be getting a new cross-gen evolution. We don't know how many, could even evolve twice. Probably not going to be the case, but would be really, really cool to see. And then the last thing we're going to be going over is Q kind of talking about what his other riddle was about, which is another regional form. So Soul Silver are saying, Q confirming here that water/ground is the answer to his second regional form riddle pick, but also he said he hid the exact answer in that pick too, so we can dig more if we want. Though I already believe that I know what it is, it's just a matter of wanting to solve the riddle fully. So this is this Uraiden saying, oh, I think you have it. He said to pay attention to the negative. Puppy didn't bring the Tapunium Z, so he can't form the body for the Guardian of Alola. By the way, I knew you because you solved that number riddle, but actually I also hid the true answer in that pic so you could work on it furthermore. So basically, I think it was Uraiden that kind of solved the water ground kind of riddle from way back when that he posted with like the Taurus thing, and that's why I'm saying, by the way, I knew you because you solved that number riddle. And the number riddle is of course this. So this was the number riddle, which was about a new regional form with you like your 2, your 5, your 3, and your 4 question marks, and then 30 and 9A, E2, stuff like that, looking like a vending machine or something like that. But basically what they did was, all right, finally got my computer to crack the second riddle. I had a suspicion that it was going to be this, but here it comes. So basically water and ground add up perfectly to like these numbers and stuff, and then the only generations to have water/ground types are 2, 3, 4, and 5, which are of course these numbers here. So it has to be a water ground type Pokemon from either Gen 2, 3, 4, or 5. So one of the Quagsire lines, the Swampert lines, the Wishcash lines, the Gastrodon lines, or the Seismitoad lines are getting a regional variant. And then out of these options, the one that stands out to me in relation to Spain is Whiscash, because according to Google, on the mighty river Ebro in Spain, the catfish capital of Europe, fish to over 2,000 pounds are regularly hooked and landed by anglers, and fish averaging 80 pounds are commonplace. But then of course there's also a lot of evidence to support the fact that it's going to be Quagsire as well. So I think Whiscash or Quagsire are going to be the Pokemon getting regional forms in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. This is obviously just the riddle about the new coin Pokemon that we've already spoken about. Again, 99% sure that that is the Pokemon that they're talking about there. He then goes on to say, however, he could also be messing you with a Raiden here too, because there seems to be some animosity, and looks like it was just a misunderstanding that was resolved. Love when that happens. However, I was thinking about it more, and I believe I know what Ku meant about digging into it further. As you may know, I believe it's the Wooper line, which is a deeper step, maybe that only that line is in every gen listed. It's obtainable in gens 2, 3, 4, or 5, so that's what they could be talking about here as well. So it might not just be a Pokemon from gen 2, 3, 4, or 5, it could be a water ground type Pokemon that is in gen 2, 3, 4, or 5, which is only going to be the Wooper line. So that's why it could also add up to Wooper and Quagsire getting regional forms in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. He says, of course, I could be wrong, and or there could be another mix of these numbers that tells us something else. And then maybe we need to go by how it's written. But again, yeah, he says to get what though. I don't really think that means anything. I don't think the way that these are placed really means anything. I think it generally just is just placed like that. But it seems that the Quagsire, Wooper are going to be getting regional forms in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We're not 100% sure yet, but potentially that is going to be the situation. And again, if you didn't know, we are also getting a coin Pokemon as well. Whether it evolves or not, we have no idea, but yeah, that is another Pokemon that we are going to be getting. So that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Leave a comment with your thoughts on everything that we covered in today's video. What do you think? How many Pokemon do you think is going to be in Scarlet and Violet? I honestly think about 100 and, I don't know, like 115 maybe new ones, which would be a lot. But again, we don't even know the size of the Pokedex either, so let me know your thoughts on that. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. That's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Until next time, peace.